Rufus the Red with the Rockast episode 1, A No Hope. I'm joined today with UG Outlaw, the Gaming Jew, and Brother Red. How you guys doing today?
Good afternoon, sir.
All right.
Yeah, what's up?
Not too bad, not too bad there.
So this is called A No Hope
A No Hope.
because there is literally no hope of this being successful with the four of us at the helm.
And
Well, what could go wrong?
everybody in the community, it's kind of a double entendre thing there. Everybody in the community's feeling pretty hopeless right now, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's really counting
Yeah.
on Rockstar to pull their shit. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, they're fed up. They're fed up.
Yeah,
There's no
people just
hope.
can't be bothered anymore. I think that's what it is. People just can't be bothered even complaining about it anymore.
Yeah. I mean, if I had a choice between having, my head blown off or putting my faith in Rockstar, I'm going with the gun.
Yeah,
God.
yeah. I'm inclined to agree on that, definitely. It's interesting.
Meanwhile, Rufus gets a Rockstar tattoo.
Yeah.
I'm putting all my faith in these bastards.
Hey, let's be honest. That's the most freshest. That's the most freshest bit of Rockstar work we're going to get for a very long time. So I wouldn't complain about it.
Yeah.
From a dude who it's like his first tattoo on a human. Anything else was on his own legs or on practice skins and shit. Pretty wild. I gave him some prime real estate to practice, didn't I?
You did.
Did. So this week we've got. We're continuing our Motor Wars, which I dig that. I said that last week.
It's a good moneymaker.
Target Assault is 3 times.
Huh.
Do you guys like Target Assault?
I think it's because nobody plays it. That's why they put it 3 times cash.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's like the only reason, it's like you
Have
just
you
said,
played
the only
that, Red?
reason they're making it.
it's not that bullshit mode that uses the Kara 6x6 with the fucking gun on the back?
You have a passenger and they're shooting targets.
Yeah.
As
Oh,
you
yeah.
walk-
Walk through that.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful truck. I love 6x6 pickup trucks, but they fucking ruin it with the fucking gun in the back. That's why it's a
Uh-huh.
shitty vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoy the mode. I like it in Red Dead and I like it in GTA. Target Assault.
I've done 1 or 2 of
It's
them on
interesting.
playlists before, but it's never really been my thing. I can't concentrate on 2 things at once.
Well, you
If I'm
don't have to. You've got your passenger.
no, I know you have all right. Well, when I
in
did
Red
it,
Dead you do.
when I did it, Snake Freesia was my driver and I was the gunner. Can you imagine how that went and why I couldn't? I had to focus on the driving, even though I'm not in the driving
That's
seat.
why,
Mike,
that's why you...
slow down, Mike.
He was the one who was going too slow. I'm like, Snake, this is also a race, not just shooting targets. Crazy man. But I mean, it's a
Shoot
game
the
mode and it's
targets,
3 times
Mike.
cash. Yeah, it's 3 times cash though. What are you gonna do? You can't argue with that. 3 times cash is the easy way to make money. It's better than filling up your bunker and getting fucking bombed on the way to selling it. You know.
That's true, but one of my main issue with those, right now with those all activities, there is double or triple cash with them. Except the only main reason that they don't work is Cayo Perico. Cayo Perico blows them off the water.
Yeah.
That's pretty much.
What's the point? Let's just run Cayo Perico and we'll make 5 times what we could make on doing a playlist of those target assaults.
If your sole
Yeah, well-
intention on playing is to make money.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty
Which,
much.
let's be honest, there are a lot of people out there whose sole intention is not to enjoy the game; it's just to make money on it,
That's true.
Yeah.
which is
Sure.
sad.
But there
I
are
don't
other
understand.
people out there. Other people out there that play GTA, they're not in it just to make money. They just want to, go on the game and just be a gigantic piss whistle to people.
Oh yeah, that's why the Mark II exists, for those people to have
The
something.
orbital cannon, we can't forget that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Facts.
So I do believe there's a discount on the Menacer, which is what I call my mother. No,
Yeah,
the heavy menacer. Literally, when
40%.
I watched
discount.
Rufus's GTA update video because I don't go anywhere else for my GTA updates. I watch Rufus's GTA update if
Appreciate
I
you.
want to know what's going on. And he's like, "Oh yeah, there's a sale on the heavy menacer." I was like, "Did this motherfucker know I used to call my mother that, or is that just a coincidence?" Turns out it's a coincidence. And guess what? I'd still rather take the heavy menacer home than go see my mom. So yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that shit all day long, dude. It's a nice vehicle. It's a beast. I mean, what, 2 rockets and it's done, but still, it's a nice vehicle. Heavy piece of machinery. It's good fun to play with, definitely.
Yeah.
What's the podium vehicle this week?
Is the Class A Drift Yosemite?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Which,
So, I mean,
some people have fun racing that thing.
yeah, Larry the Cable Guy would be really happy about that.
That
The redneck car. That's exactly what it is, dude.
Yeah.
It's a redneck car.
It's like a Japanese redneck car.
Well, I mean, I think it's based on the Holden Ute, which is an Australian car. It's a pickup truck that's been souped up to drift and speed.
Okay.
Hammond would know all about it, but Hammond would know all about it, but yeah. I mean, it's drifting. I drift off to sleep when I'm watching drifting. Why would I want to buy a vehicle or even win a vehicle that is made for drifting? Have you tried racing that thing? It takes you. You've left the start line. Ridiculous.
Well, my thing is with the car. Well, I kind of like the cars. I'm into them. And also I like GTA cars. I have like this big mod on PC that adds more cars to the pool. But like the Drift Yosemite, for drifting never worked in this game. We saw in the Drift Tampa. In my case, I never understand that you need major. Like you need to fix really big the physics when it comes to drifting, and when it comes to the Drift Tampa, it's just a mess. It's the same with the Yosemite. The Yosemite is based, I think, on a Chevy, one of Ford or Chevy pickup truck. I don't know. All of those old pickup trucks kind of look the same, but that is it's based on one of the Ken Block's many toys. It has
Ken
like
Block,
the Ford. The Ford with the Ford GT LM engine on it.
All the drifting is simulated. You know, like the armored Kuruma drifts, but it's simulated. It's not real.
Yeah.
Well, my shitbox Sultan does good drifts as well, and same my Banshees, but it does it even better than the drifting cars.
Do you know what else drifts? I drift off to sleep when talking about drifting. I think it's the most boring thing in the world. There are people out there, though, who literally will get these cars and go into a public session or well, not a public, but a private session, and make videos of themselves drifting around corners. I don't get it.
Then we all drift off to sleep.
Slightly attacked by that, but okay. Good.
We all drift off to sleep. And then we wake up as we're exploded. And speaking of getting exploded, 2 times cash and RP on special vehicle work and business battles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So some more encouragement there for those of you who like to grief.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Special work. Oh yeah, those are kind of boring. I never went into them.
The special cargo things that drop in random lobbies. I mean, yeah. They could be fun sometimes. I remember one time Snake Freezer was doing one and we attacked him dressed as aliens. That made it fun, but apart from that, I wouldn't bother.
I know the backstory about that, don't worry.
That's the fun with these games, is they're sandboxes. That's the reason they gave us the big old Tonka truck. It doesn't have a purpose, but it's a joke. It's an inside joke because it's a sandbox.
Don't you insult the dump, all right?
We can do anything. That's the point. They're sandboxes.
I'm gonna get bogged down. I can see it.
It's the people that you pull in with you, and it's what you do with those people that make these games fun.
Can I just say something about that fucking Tonka truck before you start insulting it or continue insulting
I'm
it?
already done insulting it, but you can.
I paid $1 million for that fucking piece of shit, all for an episode of the old Top Gear. Like, you know, we were doing the Vespucci Canal Challenge. We were trying to drive vehicles through the canal, and I'm thinking, yes, the dump truck is going to be perfect. I paid $1 million for it, and guess what? It didn't fit. fucking ridiculous, and now I can't sell it. I've got it. It's stuck in my. It's like an old grandparent that you just cannot get out the way. That's basically what it is. But it is good fun though.
So money well spent then.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you got old people cluttering up your home. I've got fucking a dump truck cluttering up my Pegasus list.
Speaking of wasting money on things well spent, how do you guys think of that segue? We've got 40% off on like every weaponized thing ever. The anti-aircraft trailer, the Phantom Wedge, Techna Aqua, the turreted limo, and then 30% on the Dune, the Caracara, the Gauntlet Hellfire. We're just gonna say that because it doesn't fit in the weaponized
Dune?
deal, but it's the only other one. The Dune FAV, yeah, it's free for me, but it's 30% off. Oh, you got excited because you thought it was the lunchbox.
I thought it was a big Dune. I still don't own a Dune. I want a Dune. I still don't own a Dune. I need a Dune. Dune's for life.
So a shit ton of weaponized things, which is cool, like for Motor Wars, but you don't get to use your custom vehicles in Motor Wars anyway. So.
Yeah.
Maybe they're thinking it would tie in nicely to the special cargo and the business battle shit. Maybe they're thinking, weaponized vehicles, that's going to come in handy for that sort of thing. It's a nice sort of connection that they've made there, I suppose.
Yeah. If they didn't have things that made all of those things obsolete.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no balance.
No.
Yeah,
but then again, we don't play GTA for the balance, do we, really?
We don't. We never have. Back in the day, we cheated, right? I used cheat codes. I used cheat codes when I played Grand Theft Auto 2 on stream the other day.
Dude, I remember using cheat codes in GTA 1 because there was no swear words. There was a cheat code you could use to get swear words in GTA 1. That was amazing, dude. Like, there was no
very cool.
Actual, they were dropping the C word and everything. If you put the cheat code in, you were hearing, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. Am I allowed to say it?
Yeah, you can say anything.
Yeah, they were saying cunt, fuck, and bastard, and obviously not like I said bastard. They were saying bastard, but still.
Right.
You get where I'm going. But
very
cheat
cool.
codes make fun.
Was that on PlayStation or was that on PC?
That was on PlayStation.
Okay. Very cool.
That was on PlayStation. It's interesting, and I think it was on PC as well, probably, if I'm honest. But I never played it on PC.
Or they were just automatically unlocked on PC because there were no standards.
Yeah, there was no filter at the time, was there? Wasn't snowflakey like it is now, unfortunately.
So to get everybody talking, what's everybody's favorite weaponized vehicle?
Wow.
That's a good question though, because I always focus on non-car, like civilian cars and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But then a favorite one that no, that doesn't include because I wanted the weaponized. Maybe the Insurgent pickup truck.
Yeah,
that's pretty much
classic.
My workhorse when it comes to heist.
Mm-hmm.
That's my workhorse.
Nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick a car that nobody else would ever pick on the list, and that's the armored Paragon R. You can only get that by completing the casino heists. It's a beautiful looking car. It's armored just as well as the Kuruma, and it fires fucking machine guns from it. It's basically a better looking version of the Kuruma. It's beautiful. I love it.
I'm gonna side with Mike on that one. That was a nice car.
Democracy. Love it. Legend.
I'd probably have to say my favorite weaponized vehicle would be the Insurgent. Simple reason, it was the first weaponized vehicle I actually got in the game.
Yeah, you always have a fond love for the first thing of something, don't you? First time.
I like that blanket Insurgent nostalgia wave there. That's cool, guys.
Yeah.
Me, so looking at Facebook ads for Grand Theft Auto before I even played on Next Gen, seeing Motor Wars, that was just everything to me. I needed it. I needed those Mad Max vehicles in my life. The ISSI, the Motor Wars ISSI, or not Motor Wars, Arena Wars, ISSI, where you can hop and then shunt boost over and land on top of a roof. the rear mortars, the kinetic, whatever the fuck, like the guns on the front, it's so rad. And you could just like just jump and get the hell out of there. If you have the vertical jump and the shunt boost, you're able to do the wildest things. And if you shunt boost into somebody and you have spikes, like, you destroy them. They're just done. I love that.
It is cool. I like the Future Shock, Issy. That's the one with the shunt boost and the vertical boost.
You can put it on any of them. You can put it on the Nightmare or the Apocalypse as well.
I don't like the other ones. The Future Shock is for me.
See, I like the Mad Max, that dirty, rotten look. You know.
I would never have guessed.
50% off all office renovations, and Mark II special ammo types.
I have to say something about that. Office renovations, why?
Because offices are on sale.
Yeah, but when you have bought an office, I'm fairly sure everybody in GTA Online owns a fucking office at least now. All right? And if you do, chances are you had the money to do it up how you wanted it in the first place. Why would you then change your mind just because it's on 50% discount?
There's new players every day. That's my answer for any time that anything seems like, why now? Why give us this now? New players every day.
There is new players every day. They ain't going to start with a couple of mil in the bank to buy a fucking office in the first place.
Not a chance.
Yeah, no.
But they might bust their ass for a week to try.
Well, then it's not a new player on the day, is it?
I'm saying there's new players that haven't seen those discounts before. That's all I'm saying.
But I mean, it's just, I think it's useless. Those sort of cosmetic changes that cost you money, I think is a fucking absolute swizz. I think it's a scam. And take this from a Jew, all right? I know all about scamming people out of their money, but that is a serious scam. Like, I'm not even joking. Klaus Zelnick, you are a Jew. Well done.
What were you trying to say, brother UG?
Sorry.
Like, I was just about to say, like, you know, for some new people that are starting off in GTA Online, now I'm not saying all of them, I'm just saying some. If they want to get, you know, everything like in the game, they'll probably just run off and rob or steal their mum or dad's credit card, and, you know, there you go.
Exactly. So these discounts are pointless because shark cards exist and new players buy shark cards. That's how it goes.
Children. Or people who don't have time and have excess money. I've done it.
So
I'll do it to this day.
No, I can't work it out in my head spending money on something I can't physically have. It feels like a waste for me.
So, but you'll spend money on like a dinner or a show, like an experience. You think about the amount of time that you spend playing these games. Don't they deserve a little bit of extra money every here and there if you can justify it? You know, like that's where I'm at.
I can't justify it. I really can't.
Yeah.
Because the amount of money that's been spent on Rockstar over the years, the amount of money I spent on buying their games, I think warrants quite enough purchasing from me. That's it. I should be done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely.
I get that 100 as well.
I don't pay to play a game that I have to keep paying for. It should be a one-time investment and a one-time investment only.
From 1999 until a few years ago, when it went free to play, I paid $14.99, $15 a month to play EverQuest every single month, and that's like a fucking
people do that with Warcraft.
It's another prime example.
I'm literally ranting about this now, but I used to pay £15 a month for World of Warcraft.
Right, games as a service is a lucrative fucking business, and they're realizing that. They're realizing, like, wait, we can just keep adding to these games and have them be a service. Like, you know, Final Fantasy did the same fucking thing. Like, they went online. I can't think of any other good examples right now because not many people are trailblazing for it.
As we're all, we're all men over the age of 25, at least. Some of us considerably more than others, but I'll mention no names anyway. There's
you can't see UG's middle finger, but It's there.
Oh, I love you, brothers. No, but really, though, like, as gamers, isn't it crazy how shit has changed? How it's more money oriented than it ever has been. Games used to be about fun. Now they're a fucking business and an investment, and they're publicly traded, and they're companies that have stockholders and shit. Like, it used to just be three sweaty dudes in their mom's shed who made something that we all loved, and they didn't make much money out of it. They did it for the love, and now it's changed.
And
Everyone
then,
in suits.
but then the 80s happened. The video game boom happened. And then there was the
game
crash. And then Nintendo saved the video game industry. And ever since then, it has been that. It has been something that people invest in. Have you looked at video game stock prices like lately? Do you know how fucking expensive it is to buy into these companies? It's nasty, dude. It's been like that. It always has been. We have indie developers. There's all kinds of indie games. You don't look at them. They're in the eShop. They cost $3. You don't give them the time of day.
This is something I'm gonna do later with the Rockstar history thing, but Rockstar started off as an indie game developer. You know what I mean? DMA Design. The guy who originally pioneered the idea of GTA is, I believe, a Scottish guy called Dave Jones, and he's also credited for creating Lemmings. Yeah. He created Lemmings, and he did Crackdown and APB on the Xbox, whatever. But I mean, I started out as an indie developer.
It was the level editing that was like the ish. That's that's what he dug, and that's why everything got so immense. I mean, Lemmings itself is like pretty much a level editor, isn't it? You change what the lemmings do to change what the environment does. I've slowly sunk. Have you guys noticed? I haven't. The gasket in this chair is just rotten. Sinking.
He's talking like it's a fucking Chevy. Right, all the gasket's gone again. It's gonna sink me down.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Stupid air
conditioner. You know, I've never done this before, and I've never thought about doing this, but can I leave for a second to pee while you guys talk?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't plan on cutting this one, but yeah, go do it.
Okay, you don't have to cut it. It's cool.
If it's all gold, if everything's kosher, I don't want to cut this at all.
I like it. He's using my word now.
I hang out with you too much, you bastard. I didn't even realize I said it.
Hey. Well, gentlemen, on that bombshell, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be back in a minute. Woohoo!
The kid's turning me into a yid.
And after that comment about my age, he's literally going to the bathroom, so this is the perfect phrase, piss off.
Piss whistle. I got red there. What side is getting messed up? My air conditioner is blowing into my green screen. It's giving me artifacting. I guess it doesn't really matter, but, you know.
Yep.
So, you guys use Mark II weapons? You guys you guys into like the explosive rounds and the thermal scopes?
Not really.
No.
I'd only use it if some other person is trying to grief me. So I'm just like, okay, if you want to play it like that, then fine.
Level playing field shit.
Exactly. If they were going to do it to me, why shouldn't I just retaliate the same way?
The fact in my case, I use it I have it on many of my loadouts. I have incendiary rounds in my carbine Mark II. I have explosive rounds in my explosive rifle, in my explosive sniper. Just, there is some missions that include helicopters, and those kind of need those. We know the targeting of the homing missile is kind of crap. So it's much better that you do it by yourself with explosives, with explosive ammo.
What did I
miss? That you are an idiot. That's
why. No, I didn't need to miss that. I already knew that.
We're talking about Mark II, special ammo usage. If we use explosive rounds or thermal scopes or any of the Mark II shit if we're into that. That's what I asked.
I own a heavy sniper, which is a Mark II. And what I wasn't aware of is that I have to do bunker research to upgrade and get cool things like explosive rounds.
Yeah.
So at that point, I said, to quote a great gentleman, "That's it, I'm out."
That shit.
Nope. Didn't want to do anything, dude. I don't want to put work into that game. I'm sorry, I don't. I feel like the time has almost 8 years have passed. That's plenty of enough time to have put enough work into that game.
So the bunker you can do passively as you race. You just pay for your supplies and just put everything into research. Why not?
I'm not
Yeah,
really
but
best.
selling that shit is awful. Like I did it in the past with Kane when he was like into grinding and all that. But it was really it feels like a chore in some way.
Yeah.
Some of them.
It's not fun.
When you don't have like the money for paying for the fucking things that you need to do those stupid missions of resupply. So
The
and they were
resupply missions are difficult, for sure.
Yeah, they're boring. Like that's something I was talking to Riley one day. That what is the best resupply mission, and I like for no like both we agree that air cargo has the best ones. Like they're really fun, but
They're hard. I hate them, and they don't pay for shit. Are you serious?
yeah, air cargo is garbage. Air cargo is garbage, but it
Yes.
has really good resupply missions, and it's because what you said is difficult and it's kind of challenging, and I like nothing like too easy or extremely hard. It's just challenging.
The
Yeah.
air cargo is the stuff you do from the hangar, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, right, okay. Because I literally.
Run!
This may shock you, gentlemen, but I only purchased a hangar about a month ago and haven't used it, and there's nothing in it. Do you know the only reason why I bought it? Because it was inside Fort Zancudo, and that means I don't get the bobbies on me anymore. That was the
That's
only
exactly
reason.
what I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, many people
Smartest
did
thing
that.
to do. I could go in and steal as many
It's
lasers
such
and
the
hydras as I
smartest
want
thing
now.
to do.
Yeah.
Fort,
Oh, I
Zan-
want to nick a
Before
tank.
they,
Fort Zancucci.
or before they even like brought that out. So anytime you went to Fort Zancudo, like straight away, you're public enemy number one. Now you just buy a hangar and you just stroll in and you're just like saluting everyone. Hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah.
Yeah, hello. I'm the same guy you were shooting at last week and chasing in a fucking tank, and now I live here. Ha ha! It's almost like what's going on. It's almost like being in Sierra Leone, isn't it? Ooh, you did try and kill me with a tank last week, but guess what? Now we own a house here. Ha ha! It's the ultimate way to stick it to the army, isn't it? I own somewhere in your property now. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Yes. So that was my reasoning for buying a hangar.
If you're
Yeah.
What's that, Red?
No, that I completely agree. And well, I wanted to add like, what about like if in the future, do you want to like have like a second hangar? I would. I like private planes. I like luxury shit. I will have like another fucking floor with
I love how he just says
with
I like
Swift.
luxury shit.
with Swifts and fucking the Luxury Deluxes and all that. And, it could be a scam, I know, but I have $17 billion on that fucking game. How? Well, ask yourself. But it is what it is.
That's a lot of money to pay for a lot of muggers to mug Snake, Freezer, and Rufus.
Don't worry. Back in the day.
Don't forget Mike, Red. Don't forget Mike.
Well,
Yeah,
hey, hang
yeah.
on a minute. Let's not get bogged down with mugging the Jewish guy, right? We're not going to mug the Jewish guy because that could be seen as dodgy, you know?
Yeah, like that day, I called a mugger to certain person who was doing a taxi race, and the mugger just steal his taxi and he just moved
You
on.
ruined my life that day. You literally took a shit. You took a shit in my hands and made me give you a round of applause. I couldn't believe it. I was fucking winning that taxi race. It weren't for you, Red, you insufferable oaf. Fucking mugging me. The mugger stops the taxi in the middle of the fucking race, drags me out and drives off in my taxi. And then to make it worse, Hammond flies past in his Oppressor Mark II and runs me over so I'm dead. Oh, I'm not getting bogged down. This is not a rant cast.
Yeah,
it's a
I'm
rock cast.
feeling.
I'm not getting bogged down.
I'm feeling a little like there is
Yeah.
some bogging down going on.
Yeah,
For,
But why can Mike get away with getting bogged down? I'll tell you why. Because he drives a Jag. And if you pay for Amazon, if you're giving money grubby Jeff Bezos your cash every month, you can get 80% off the jugular this week.
Right, I'm sorry. I have to say, if you don't get that car, you're a fucking imbecile and have
Pay
taken
full
leave
price
of all
for
your
it.
senses.
It's honestly,
Yeah, it's worth
an
it for
amazing
full
car.
price. It's one of the most beautiful sounding cars in the game. It's one of those cars where Rockstar has actually gone, we need to work on the sound of this car because all the other cars sound the same. And they made an engine that sounds absolutely phenomenal. You can go to people's houses in it. You can steal their paintings and their cutlery. And you know why it's okay? Because you own
drive
a
a
Jag.
Jag.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's just an amazing car.
you know, I kind of.
I still remember. No, go ahead, Red.
Oh, damn! Sorry, Yuji. You know, I have a challenge for you, Mr. Jack. 1v1 race against one of my shafters against your stupid juggler.
He's insulting the Jag. Well, I'm sorry, Red, but I'm as a Jaguar driver, I'll probably be in prison for a bit of tax dodging by the time we do that race. So yeah, sorry about that.
Then don't worry, it's not like Mercedes-Benz owners or like same like you just go to the gas station, you get to the Russian mafia. Meanwhile, you refill
Yeah,
your
you're
car,
driving a
and you
Sharper
get
which is
shot at.
based on a Mercedes, which is literally every Albanian gangster's dream car. So I don't want to get bogged down, but yours is rubbish.
Well, you have basically, and then your car that is used by thieves and pretty much awful people against my awful car used by gangsters and mobsters. So there you go. It's a middle camp field. So what do you say, Mr. Jack?
All right. At some point, I will 1v1 you on a drag strip with my Jag. And we'll have to put it into one episode of the Rockast or something. So just to let people see what the outcome was against the tax dodging painting thief and the serial murderizing Albanian leading light.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
You heard it here first, guys.
If you lose,
Stay tuned
you're gonna
for
drive.
future
You're
episodes.
gonna
That
drive a
race will happen.
shitbox for a week.
Oh no, I don't know about that.
You're gonna buy a Kanjo and paint it in black like my shitty car.
I already have a Kanjo. I've already got one with many
Well,
wheels on the roof. Many.
That's why it's garbage. It's just awful.
It is. You'll
Buy
get
another
no
one.
fucking disagreement from me there. It's absolute garbage. The Kanjo is rubbish. I could walk faster than that Kanjo. By the time the Kanjo leaves where it's meant to be, I'm already at my destination on foot. It's a dreadful car. Don't buy the Kanjo. Get the Jag instead. Get the Jag.
No, get a shafter. Don't listen to that guy. He's tripping. Get a shafter.
They're both great
That's
cars.
it.
They're both great cars. I got that. If you want to be an even bigger twat than driving a Jag, there's also 80% off the Enos Stafford. And you can get a low-level person to drive you around in it, and while you sit in the back seat and look fucking baller as fuck.
There's nothing like driving around pontificating and pretending you're Simon fucking Cowell with your man tits. Yeah,
Yeah.
just do that. Yeah.
I was driving that car one day, and you said, "Oh, you're gonna marry?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" It's just because I was driving that fucking Stafford.
Chauffeur.
I was
You
like,
drive that car, you're instantly a chauffeur. I don't care. When you drive that car, you get out of that car and open the door for someone else, even if there's no one else in it. That's the first reaction you have, is to open the rear door. I'm sorry, madam, I've parked over a puddle.
That's why I did with the mugger. He just opened the door and throw you down. And
The only
just-
person that drives the Stafford are people called Jeeves or Alfred. That's about it. I'm not
that's true.
interested in this chef. This fucking Stafford.
If it ever comes to the day and I catch Mike in one of those cars, I'm just gonna run over as quickly as possible and just jump in the back seat and just go this way.
Oh, it will happen. It will happen. You'll see me drive. Well, you'll see me in one of them, but I won't be driving it. I'll be in the back seat being chauffeured around because I've just got out of jail for my tax dodging. Why? Because I'm driving jail.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll stop with the Jag comments now.
Yeah, I will pass with my shafter and shut you down like a great Albanian mobster.
No, just call a mugger, Red. That's what you usually do.
Oh yeah. Good idea, though.
No, that's what I'm there for.
For tomorrow, I will do that. Thanks for the idea.
Oh, damn it.
Speaking of complete idiocy, also 35% off on the modern Vito Classic. That go-kart, the modern.
Oh, yeah, the
the
go-kart.
go-kart, yeah.
Which I don't recommend. If you get flipped on your head,
Ah.
you're stuck on your head. With the Classic, you're not.
Yeah,
Speed,
but-
I don't think it really fucking matters.
It's a nice
go-kart.
throwback to old day GTA when you couldn't roll your car over. You only started able to roll the cars in San Andreas.
It's a,
Remember, you know?
but they didn't add it on purpose. It's just the shape of the car.
I know, but it is bloody. You can pull off some sweet jumps in that bastard. You
It
can.
would be nice if it caught on fire, like old school Grand Theft Auto. If
When it's
there were
upside down,
cars that were complete throwbacks to old school, like that caught
Do you
on,
know the
that would be
system that they used to use? It was white smoke, then grey smoke, then black smoke meant one more hit and your car was going to set on fire. That's how it worked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that was if they just did that now, that would be amazing. Excuse me. Got some heeb in my throat there.
cool.
But yeah.
This week in Red Dead, everybody's just been running trader missions. We've got a bonus on that. That's what everybody's been doing. That's about all we can say. We are looking at an update. Like there
It's
is
at
one
this point
happening.
where
We're getting survivals in Red Dead. Like
Really?
that'll be a ton of
That
fun.
might be interesting. That might be interesting.
We found some code.
Yeah, like survivals in Red Dead might be fun.
Hmm.
I absolutely think it will. Brother Go Burns just put out a video where he talk. I'll put that video in the description. He talks about his ideas and like what it could be, and I love it. I love the ideas, and I think some of them are feasible, and Rockstar might actually grab onto. They're not going to see the video, but they might just do those ideas. So I really check out Brother Burns' video, please.
Oh yeah. Go Burns is a
Yeah.
fucking legend of Red Dead, for sure.
That's all I have to say about this week in Red Dead.
It's
unless
about
anybody
it's
else
about
does.
this time. I would just like for you to maybe in post-production add a tumbleweed blowing past as you talked about it. Because that's essentially what you get with Red Dead at the moment.
You pillock. You just caused this video to get posted 15 minutes later, but yeah, I'll do it. And here, I'll post it again right here to be funny. And here's the sound effect that makes it even funnier.
Oh,
If you grew up on the movies of John Wayne, you'll enjoy Red Dead. If you didn't, you won't.
What's your guys' favorite video?
what if I throw you into a
you've-
cliff like Snake?
I'm not even going to. Not going to. I'm being a good boy. I'm not going to do anything or say anything.
I'm
right?
gonna
That would
throw
certainly
you into
be
a
a first.
cliff, God damn it!
Awesome.
It is a first, isn't it? You heard it here first. The Jew's going to keep his mouth shut on this one.
Oh,
Do you guys have any like post to bring to anybody's attention? I kind of just did with Brother Go Burns' post, but like, have you seen anything in the community? Reddit, the community, in chat, anything that needs to be brought to attention in the GTAC, the RDOC, or just the Rockstar community in general?
I have to point out something, and I've pointed this out when we've, streamed before and hung out. But I feel like it does need pointing out that there is not enough people doing race playlists with their friends. This is not me plugging, oh yeah, I do that. Well, there it is anyway. But I mean, why are people not doing race playlists? There are so many amazing race creators out there in the Rockstar community who have this amazing innate ability to create something out of nothing. And people just don't put the time and effort into playing those jobs. There are so many jobs that are severely underplayed. And it's amazing. People just play what's Rockstar created. Why don't you expand your horizons and play something that's made by someone who may not have all his brain cells there, but nevertheless has created something rather marvelous. that in the real world probably would get you locked up. I think Rockstar, the community of creating in Rockstar is fucking phenomenal. It's. I'm going to point out Brother Omnik, who's currently writing a script and planning out a movie with Rockstar editor. That is a fucking genius idea. Yes, people have done it before, but not enough people are doing it. Not enough.
Yeah.
You want to sit here and tell me you're bored of a game? Endless possibilities are available in the world of GTA Online. And I honestly think the community as a whole needs to take advantage of these fucking genius people that we have in our community that aren't as known as they should be. That's my rant over.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the same that we can't say the same thing about Red Dead.
And the thing with Red Dead is there is no tools. Like
We don't have an
like
editor.
taking out, I'm taking out mods and all that. Like that's another topic. But like what Mike said, like if you create races and all that, or Rockstar Creator, and that doesn't exist in Red Dead. I actually talked that to GB one day, and it's like there is so much potential on Red Dead Online to do whatever you want. For example, like a movie, or making these shortcuts of the missions of the story mode or whatever it is. But there's no tools. Like sure, you have the photo editor but in story mode, but it's just a photo editor. That's it. And even in online, there is nothing. Yes, you have a $500 camera that doesn't do shit, but so that's why.
You know why I honestly believe that Rockstar haven't done much with Red Dead? I think it's because they plan on milking that game longer than they've milked GTA 5. I think the slower they release things, they learned from GTA 5, they released a lot of cool shit right away, and now they're struggling to think of new things. With Red Dead, they're not going to throw it all out there straight away. They're going to carry it on, and in 10 years, 12 years, 15 years' time, we're still going to be getting Red Dead updates.
They've actually
on the regular.
said that. They've said that they regret releasing Heist so quickly into GTA.
A year in, we had heists. A year in,
Right.
we had heists, you know? And
They
don't get
want
me
us
wrong, the
to
OG
work
heists
for
were
it.
amazing. The OG heists were absolutely amazing and still are the best heists. I even think they're better than the Cayo Perico heist. You know, Prison Break, fucking Fleece a Job, all of those, they're all really good. But I think what they've done with that is they have released it too quickly, and now they're struggling. They're trying to find things, which is why they're inventing motorcycles that fly around and blow people's shit up.
The thing is, since I started, I think, if there is someone else that played GTA Online since 2013, you know how it is. When they started releasing content, it wasn't like that quickly. We started with Beach Bum, and later on with the one with the Turismo R, and later on with the Santorno, and all these things. They weren't like big updates. They were just cars, weapons, and clothing. That's it.
Yeah.
Like the big, the really big update that was pretty much promised and at the start was Heist, and that was like the game changer for GTA. But before Heist, it was kind of like Red Dead Online, without the frontier pursuits. It was really, really dry, because I remember back in the PlayStation 3, it wasn't me playing contact missions because there is not too much to do. It's just playing contact missions and get an apartment, and later on you get the Adder, who was in that time the most expensive car in the game.
That was all you had to aim for when you first started the game, right? Was get an apartment and then earn money with contact missions and whatever just to get the Adder. And then when the Zentorno came out, it was the Zentorno that you wanted to go for, and you were like, shit, now I gotta put more effort in. But I don't know, man. It's crazy. I think if they just added a very simple thing where, there's banks in the world of GTA. We got the Maze Bank. There's the whatever the fucking First National Bank substitute is that's up near the cinema. We could easily, if we could just plan out our own heists without having to follow a specific path set by Rockstar, get 4 friends together and just go into each door of the bank and go rob the place. Why can't we do that? That would be so much fun. You can rob little stores at gas stations. Why can't we plan out our own heist and be left to our own devices to do so? I think that'd be cool.
I love that.
That's
idea.
the thing. That's the thing they tried with
idea.
Casino. Like they tried to just open this kind of flat out way to that you have ramifications.
Yeah.
That you can do it in this way or this way and this way, and that will develop in many other ways to just complete the heist. And that was when Casino went out, and that was like the super nice thing, because before, even Doomsday follows this really conservative path that you need to complete one by one the stuff, and you need to follow a specific route to do it. And when Casino came out, it was like this new system that they implemented in Puerto Rico. But I would like I love the idea that you said about like kind of having your own small heist that you can
Yeah. Something you can just
create
do
at
in
the
free mode.
start, and
Yeah,
exactly
something you
like
can go in free mode, pick out which bank you want to hit, and that's the only thing that Rockstar controls is which bank you can hit. After that, it's up to you and your 4 friends to choose a random vehicle that you think is best for the job. Go in there, raid it silently if you want, raid it loudly if you want. Other players can come and disrupt your heist if they need to, or if they feel like it. Kind of like business battles where it pops up on the map that you're selling your shit or you're doing whatever. Why can't we just have something like that? It would be so easy to implement. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not difficult. And that would be fresh, because every time it would be different. In a different free mode, you'd either have passive players who don't want to get involved, or you'd have aggressive players who fly around the bank on their MK2s waiting for you to come out, and then you have to combat that. You have to figure out a way around that, how to get away from it. Maybe you go ghost and you sneak out the back door. All these kind of cool things would be so easy with us, and it would keep everything fresh for so much longer, because once you've played one heist, it's done and it's boring. These different areas in the whole map that you could heist, you can choose a different one each time. Maybe there's a time limit on the next time you can hit a new bank, but still, that could freshen up the game a lot, in my opinion. I'm not in any way a smart man, but
I love that idea though. I love it. But the only problem that could be that, and it's pretty much the primal problem in game, is the fucking community.
Yeah.
Like if you come to do something like that, there is gonna be some dude just saying, "Hey, this is Griffin too," and they're gonna rob me, and this is the only limitation that just comes up. Like it's gonna be someone just saying that he got whatever it is, and that he got griefed or whatever it is, and everyone just gonna rally up to that person and not seeing like that is anything that what you are doing has its consequences, and that's the mechanisms that they added to that to just make it more exciting or realistic or whatever it is. But when it comes to people that we have these sub communities, it's just they're gonna just rally up, and it's, oh no, this needs to change, and they need to add this to privates or whatever it is. So that's quite like that's the only problem. But I love the fucking I love the whole system that you create.
I think it's something. I think it's if this ever gets to the right ears, you don't need to give me credit. Actually, you do need to give me credit, but you don't need to pay me for it. It's a good idea. It's very easy for Rockstar to implement. And also, think about it this way. It's going to also probably encourage shark card sales, because people are going to want to buy specific equipment for the heists or for the bank robberies, or maybe they're going to do it for fun, but then their shit gets blown up by someone on an MK2, so they're going to have to buy more shit. So either way, Rockstar, it's a win-win for you. People stay in the game, and how dare I just don't I get what Red's saying though. How dare these people are going to complain about it and go, how dare someone destroy what I just stolen from someone? You know what I mean? Like, I've just robbed a bank. How dare you destroy my shit? Hello, you've literally just robbed a bank. That makes you a criminal. I'm entitled to kill you and blow you up and take your shit because you've just done the same thing to someone else.
That's the premise of GTA. You're a criminal in the game.
It's stealing things, destroying things, and being a general piece of crap to society. That's what we love about that game. Don't complain that I'm a piece of crap.
Get it out of your system so you don't do it in real life.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking
Exactly.
I could do some serious fucking damage over here, but I'd rather not.
That, you know what? If you holding that gun right there, Rufus, would have been the perfect segue for me to go to the history thing, because I had some history about the weapons and stuff. But we'll save that for a little bit later.
We're not far off from it. We're at speculation,
Yes, speculation.
which we've already kind of hit.
Yeah, we kind of have, haven't we?
Yeah.
Well, we haven't hit speculation. We've more said, like, what simple ideas that could improve the whole entire fucking game and turn it on its head, and, you know...
Speculation with facts. We're looking at an update for GTA before expanded and enhanced. QA Beta 3 has been updated. We're getting an update. Anytime that happens, we get an update. You guys have heard it reported by other people. That's all I'm going to say. Like,
Yep.
We're looking at something.
But there's been, you know what, this time there's been no weird rumors floating around about what it might be. If I'm honest, I kind of have an idea of what it is. They're updating the QA beta because of the enhanced and expanded version that's coming out in a couple of months' time.
Don't you mean the Milked edition?
Yes, the one that is for the current generation
for the new gen. Yeah.
Console.
So, I mean, I think it's got something to do with that. But, you know, who knows? It could just be Rockstar dicking around with things like because they feel like it, you know?
And
just to give
in my
Wouldn't really surprise us.
In my case, I will say that people like I'm not gonna say take my word as personally my opinion. Not like I don't work with no one on this, but if it's gonna be an update, expect something like Summer Special. Like that's what I'm gonna say. Expect something like Summer Special.
Summer's right around the corner, though. It's May. It's May right now. June is summer. Like June is.
Yeah, but you know how quickly, when they want to, Rockstar can push out updates. We've seen it before. They can do it very quickly if they need to. You know what I mean? So it's not out of their wheelhouse to get something pushed out within the next month. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, let's keep in mind that certain restrictions have made everything really fucking difficult. Now, the CDC has just lifted certain restrictions. It's going to make it a lot less difficult. We're about to see development across the gaming community really, like, go full throttle. We are. We're right there.
Hold on. Yep.
Indeed. There's something like I want to add, like when the Summer Special came out, like again, since I'm saying that maybe could be another Summer Special type of DLC that doesn't have too much. Like, I kind of don't like when people just throw too much shit to that. Like, oh, we were expecting something bigger and all that. Like, for me, it was like kind of going back to, 2014 when the first DLCs come out. It was like that. Just cars and clothing, and that's it. I love the cars on Summer Special. Like,
we were happy with that because Rockstar didn't spoil us with fucking heists and shit. Do you know what I mean? We were happy with simple updates where we got free clothes and we got nice new cars. It's kind of Rockstar's fault that we're all in this position of begging for more than what we're due because they have given us so much.
Not wrong.
Now we expect everything from them at every slight opportunity, and it's really sad. We need to take into account the fact that, they are a video game developer, and they are, in my opinion, the prominent video game developer. And yes, they can pull out the big guns when they want to, but they're not going to do that every time. So let's not get bogged down by, oh, this update was too small, or this update wasn't good enough, it wasn't what we thought. Be thankful you're getting anything at all at this stage.
Exactly.
I agree, Mike, and it's been kind of something that I do want to touch on if you gentlemen would just bear with me for a minute or two.
We'd love to indulge you, brother.
Anyways. It's I didn't mean with
fuck. I didn't mean like that, you nasty ass. What the fuck?
I gotta get my joke in, but anyways. It's the same like with any update that comes out for GTA Online or Red Dead Online. Like, they do advertisements for it, and like some people are kind of excited for it, but you'll always get like the other side that just complain about every sort of expansion they bring out. Like, I'm gonna mention like a perfect example, Outlaw Pass 5. or as I like to comically call it, Outlaw Ass 5. Because I'm going to be totally honest, that Outlaw Pass was terrible. The only reason I got the Outlaw Pass was for the fake beard, so I could cosplay as Snake Frisia. By the way, I love you, Snake, if you're watching.
It's like a
Don't have a
third
beard.
reference. He shows up in every podcast, even though he's not here. We love him. We love you, Snake.
Yeah, we do. We love you, Schneikers.
But like before, when I used to be on Twitter, when I used to be on Facebook, like anytime Rockstar brought out an update, like you would just see people just bitching and complaining. Oh, but we want this in this game, but oh, we want that in our game. Shut the fuck up. Be grateful for what you have.
Yeah, go play a different
yeah.
game if you ain't happy with what you're getting. Go play a different game. Nobody's stopping you, you know?
The answer to these questions on why this happens lies in another question, and that's who actually posts about things. Is it people that are extremely happy and are like busy playing the game, or is it people who aren't happy and are just bitching to bitch because it's camaraderie? There's always going to be other people bitching, you know.
It's become a bandwagon now. That's what it is. It's become a bandwagon for the hip kids to jump on and go, yeah, GTA sucks, man. We don't play it. Well,
fuck Rockstar.
If you think, here's something I'm going to reveal. I've never revealed anything like this before on the Rockast, but this is a first. As you know, I test new products in the market. That was my job before Corona hit and stuff like that. I tested the latest Saints Row game, which I'm not really allowed to speak about, but I've tested the latest Saints Row game. It's called Saints Row Cincos. They're not calling it 5 because they don't want to get it confused with GTA 5. It's called Saints Row Cincos. And if you are bored of GTA 5 and you're sitting on the bandwagon of bitching about it, Saints Row is going to be out this year, so go ahead and get that and don't talk about GTA ever again, you mealy-mouthed little bastards.
Yeah. Like in my case, I always like I stand in the middle ground when it's something bad when it comes to Rockstar, and especially GTA or Red Dead. I call them out. Like I was really critic about the stuff that happened on for example Outlaw Pass and all that stuff. And when it comes to when Outlaw Pass happened, I was like very critical, saying, yeah, this wasn't a great move, you know, like, but I wasn't like going super destructive. Like there is some people that do that. They just go, they don't see anything good at it. I try to just, see the smallest good things, even if it's a pile of garbage. I try to see the small little things. Like that's what I did with Summer Special. People just went insane about it, especially like certain community. I said like, hey, I'm happy because hell, I got a fucking Corvette CA that I can customize to the end of times. That's what I wanted. It could sound egoistical, but this is something I enjoy. That's it.
Because we're from a different generation. That's why we appreciate the smaller details.
Yep.
And I like to call, like, when it comes to Rockstar, when it does something stupid and when it's something that kinda has a good argument behind and is really bad. Especially that happens a lot with Red Dead Online, and it's like that there is no content and people is just scrapping the barrel to get some content. And that's when I'd say, yeah, this, like, it could be better. Like, you're this developer, you can do better. Like, it's because that they can achieve those limits. And GTA, well, I just start like kind of being that, just this game is old. This game is kind of reaching that limit of development, is especially on PS4 and the Xbox One. So it's not like, well, if we got something, it is what it is. I stopped caring about the fucking Mark II and all that bullshit. Like, if it's there, well, no one is putting a fucking gun on your head and saying, boy, the fucking Mark II. Like, it is what it is for me.
You're spot on.
I don't know.
I agree. Don't expect too much from such an old game. You wouldn't expect your grandparents to go out and start fucking kung fu-ing people in the face. So don't expect GTA to be anything bigger than it already has been. It has surpassed its limit of where it can be, technologically where it's going to be. It's at its limits now. It's using every inch of processing power that the current gen and old gen consoles have. So the only thing you're going to get that's bigger than what we've had is if you get the next version of GTA, the enhanced and expanded edition for the next gen consoles. That's the only way you're going to get anything bigger. Don't be so short attention spanned and ridiculous and think this isn't good enough.
Or you'll be
Whatever
nothing
you
but
get is good
disappointed. You'll always be disappointed. And that
Be grateful
we're
for
not
what you
trying
have.
to call you out. We want you to have fun with your games. We want you to be able to have expectations. But they're unreasonable expectations. Look at
You're
the
not going to have
world.
fun if
But I
all you're
think-
doing is complaining.
Like,
I think
again,
that's just the problem with some, GTA or Red Dead Online players out there. Like, I'm just going to throw out an example, the Cayo Perico heist. Some people enjoyed it. Me, personally, after you do it like a couple of times, you're just like, okay, I'm kind of done with this now.
Yep.
So for some people out there, they expect, the next big update to be the absolute, creme de la creme of GTA expansions. And it comes out and it's something that we would be kind of grateful for because, hey, it's content, we can do something. But you'll get people out there, they'll be disappointed. They'll run to Twitter or Facebook or whatever the hell, and they'll just bitch and complain about, fuck Rockstar, this expansion's the worst ever. You've said that about every expansion that has come out. Grow up.
And people only do that because they're not true gamers who enjoy true immersive gameplay. They're posers who like to think they're gamers and just want to complain about things because it's never what they expect.
Don't try to turn
Like
Grand Theft Auto into Call of Duty because it will never be Call of Duty. I'm sorry. I know there's PvP modes. I know there's KD. It will never be Call of Duty. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
like,
I've seen some people, and they've complained, about the lack of content in Red Dead Online, which I'll admit is true. I think the reasons why there hasn't been a lot of, expansions and stuff like that, which goes back to the point Mike made earlier, they kind of want to milk this for as long as possible. So 10, 12, 15 years now, Red Dead will still be kind of going. So if they bring, if they meet, certain, ungrateful fans' demands and bring out all their expansions at one time, then what?
Yeah.
like nowadays, when I saw like these people said this didn't accomplish my expectations or exactly want like a specific thing. That's like, sorry, like vanilla GTA Online is not your thing. If you want that, I kindly invite you to just install that on your PC and turn GTA search on internet for anything that accomplish that goal. Like for example, a mod. Like the community of GTA when it comes to modding is absolutely a beauty. Like it can be nothing compared. Like it's kind of compared to like the Fallout modding community that is really big and it has quality on it. But when it comes to GTA, it's kind of the same. Again, in my case, I like cars. I like driving my cars on GTA as well. What I did on my GTA PC copy, I just put Vanilla Works. That is basically adds 300 more cars made by the community that are lore friendly. Because I can install a fucking Corvette from Forza, but it doesn't have the same feeling of GTA. I like to keep GTA feeling like GTA, not like a homemade Forza broken by Indian scammers.
Exactly, and that ties in nicely. We've been talking about the negative side of the community, but what Red's just referenced and what I referenced before is the positive side of the community, the kind of people who aren't going to sit there and complain about how boring the game is. They're making their own fun out of it. Now, whether that's utilizing mods and creating new mods to keep an ever-expanding world and changing things and making things realistic, whatever, that's the good side of the community. That's the creative side of the community that don't get enough attention anymore. We focus too much attention on the negativity and the people that are always complaining. And that's why we overlook these amazing, fantastically creative minds who create these mods, and those who create races on Rockstar Social Club, and those who create jobs, and etc. etc. There is a huge underlying community of geniuses in the GTA world that we all really should be very thankful for. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Completely. Like there are valid criticism behind like negativity. Like there are very good points that should be like listened and listen those opinions and get some feedback about it. Like that's like not anything negative is bad, because there is some valid points, but there are a vast majority of people that is like just like you, Mike said, just jump to the ship just because it's really cool, and they just start shitting on absolutely everything by no reason whatsoever. Like in my case, I just try to just analyze and see who has like valid opinions and say, hey, maybe they could do this better. This could be fixed or could be better, but they didn't do it, so that's why. And it's valid criticism. But there are others that are just like they just shit on something because it's cool, and that's the thing. Like and it goes the same to the opposite. Like that's the nature. That's basically nature, the human nature.
Yep.
Like there is people that overpraise stuff, and just people that shit on it because they don't have any argument behind
You're
those
spot on.
criticisms.
Spot on, mate. So where does that lead us to, Rufus?
YouTuber spotlight. Who are we trying to shine some light on this week? There's tons of. We were just talking about it. There's tons of people who deserve light shined on them in the GGAC.
Right. Who's going first then?
Or in just the Rockstar community in general.
Who wants to do the spotlight first? I have a good one.
Then go.
Okay, so my spotlight is a man who you can find on YouTube and a man you can also find on Rockstar Social Club. And tying into what we were talking about in terms of creating races, is a gentleman called Rubio Fuente. Has about 19,000 subscribers on YouTube. And his jobs probably get maybe about 100 plays, but he's one of the finest creators in the Rockstar community. I play his races every week. Every new race he has, I play. Every old race that I really, really loved, there's many of them. Let's just say my bookmarked jobs list is filled with more Rubio Fuente jobs than any other kind of job or any other race from anyone else. I think anyone who's interested in playing races that are very well designed, that are interesting and keep things fun and alive, go and check out Rubio Fuente on YouTube and on Social Club. The man is a legend.
Since we started playing with Rubio Fuente's races over a year ago, right? I joined the community late. This was already a thing when the gaming Jew is part of the community. I joined that late, right? So anyway, since all of this, Rubio Fuente started to actually play with us, and he joins in on our playlist.
Yeah.
And does his goddamn best to speak English and does an amazing job. And I want to double up on that. Like Rubio Fuente, like you may not be able to understand all of his content, but you will love every one of his races, I promise.
Yeah. Definitely. He's so grateful as well when we've had him in with us and he's done the races. He's like, when we say, oh, that's a great race, Rubio, he's like, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he genuinely puts his heart and soul into creating new races every week, knowing that we're going to play them. And that gives him the utmost joy. And that's such a small, simple thing. But yeah, it's so wholesome to know how grateful he is that we've taken the time to play something that he's taken a week to build. It's incredible. It's an amazing feeling. It really is. He's a great guy.
For sure.
I would say I'm going to have to go third on that as well with you, Mike, and you, Rufus.
man.
Like I've done so many of Rubio Fuente's races, and then like one time he actually like came into the party chat with us. Like to me personally, like I'm not gonna ever say like I'm a good judge of character or whatever. Hence why I'm hanging out with you guys. But when
He's not wrong.
the amount. I love you. Hold on, I'm on the podcast, so I could finally say this. I like you, not very much, but I like you. Nah, I'm kidding. But anytime, like if like one of us say to us, like Rubio, like that was such a good race. You could just tell, like by his voice, like he just sounds so thankful and kind of humbled that so many people are doing these races and they're complimenting him, like that race like was awesome. That's what I like about the GTA Online community that does races or whatever the hell. It's the humble side of them that I like. It's kind of like a sad reality, Joe. We have other people out there who are not so humble. So for me, Rubio Fuente, I'm third.
Thank you. Wow.
That's for me. Like it doesn't need to be like YouTuber or something like that.
No, it can be any part of any Rockstar affiliated part of the Rockstar community. That's what this is about. It's just Rockstar, bro.
In my case, I will give it to the Vanilla Works people. Like that, like they do whatever they like. What Rockstar didn't and focused on fucking weaponized vehicles.
Mhm.
They pretty much focused on doing civilian cars and anything. It can be a pickup truck or a stupid sedan or whatever it is, or even a sports car. Like those people, like modeling, making physics, bring it to the game, make testing. Like that thing takes a lot of fucking time, and these people does it for free, and it's unbelievable. And it's unbelievable. And right now, those peeps make pretty much, I think, like more than 500 cars, like I'm porting without including like the cars from GTA 4 that also got ported, and all that stuff. Is for me is something that doesn't have. And it's for free again. Like that doesn't like.
Oh,
shit!
Red disconnected midway through.
Oh, brother Red just disappeared.
Yeah, he disconnected, but I think he's back.
He'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, fuck! I'm caught up in my headphones. I'll be right back.
Brother.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is why we pre-record this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's fucking cold.
Don't worry about it, Red. It's not just you. Rufus has managed to somehow tie himself up in his own headphones. He's not.
You guys better not be talking shit right now when I can't fucking hear you.
Okay, we're not talking shit, remember, right? He's never gonna know. We're not talking shit.
I hear a bunch of
right?
people laughing. Am I self-conscious?
We were just laughing about Monty Python, biggest dickus. That's all we were laughing about.
Yeah. Not about certain person that got stuck in its own case.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. Let me see if this works. This battery is going to discharge.
Oof. Shit.
Piece of shit.
Alright, I'm back.
Oh.
Nice. You guys talking some shit there?
No, never.
Oh.
You know us. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, I know you. That's why I expected some shit talking. So, did we lose Brother Red's video?
Let me see if I can. I have of my.
Oh.
If I have something in. Oh wait! Come on, you absolute mongrel of a camera! Do something.
I think that might be a racist term there, Red.
There it is.
Here we go. He's back. He's back.
Hey, welcome back.
No, just pray that the fucking battery just lasts.
Oh, this
the
is
second time.
This is the other camera, the one you've been charging.
Yeah, I'm charging the battery since we're starting the. like even before.
Oh man.
All right. So, are we? Is that spotlight over? I guess. Are we?
All right. So I would like. I know I jumped on the bandwagon, and I know Brother UG said that was like that he was third for that, but I actually would like to actually, I want to spotlight somebody else. So,
Alright.
I'm trying to fix Brother Red's camera at the same time. This is not lined
While
up.
you're doing the
but
spotlight thing, I'm gonna go take a quick piss.
all right. Just like a piss whistle to go and drain his piss. All right, so
I love you, Rufus, but you're a bollocks for saying that.
I am a bollocks. You're goddamn right. So, God, it's difficult. We already mentioned Brother Burns, so he's already posted. So you guys got that. I already plugged Brother Matty. So there's this guy. His name is Kai, and we all like him. Not very much, but we like him. Brother UG's always saying that about him. Hyper Fyter is his name on YouTube. He plays Rockstar games. He plays other games. I'm pretty sure he's got attention deficit disorder, which I honestly think is a prerequisite to being a good streamer. Like, I really do. I love Brother Kai. I do. His link is down in the description. His channel is called Hyper Fighter, and he's an amazing content creator.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. He's doing his best at the moment and trying to build up his channel. I recommend as well that you go and check him out for sure.
Yeah,
he doesn't
even
have
if he thinks you to death to make fucking races and to start streaming,
Thank you, baby.
I like you. Not too much, but I like you. Just start
Yeah.
streaming people.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement there. We like Kai, not very much, but we like him.
Yeah,
And
not very
that's
much,
about
but we
that's
like
about as
ya.
good as you're gonna get from us in terms of endorsement. To be fair,
Brother UG's not even here to join in on it, and it's his line that
yeah.
we're all quoting.
well, I mean, at least he knows we covered it nicely for him.
So, Brother Mike, you wanna do me a favor and take the reins on the Rockstar retrospective? I do believe you said you had something planned for that, right?
I always have things planned, dude. I just have like random nitbits of factual information or somewhat factual information to do with older Rockstar. And Red, if you know any awesome little trivia from any of the old games, you're more than welcome to segue in and cut me off at any time. So yeah, I mean, we talk about how Rockstar is an amazing developer, and to think that they all started out at a small shed run by a Scottishman who'd only done Lemmings beforehand. The concept of GTA was created by a man called Dave Jones, who we've mentioned, it's the immersiveness and the expansive universe that all the Rockstar games are tied into the same universe, whether it's Manhunt, whether it's Bully, whether it's, everything ties in. They're all under the same umbrella. So as a small sort of thing, you can see a burnt out blister in one of the levels on Manhunt. One of the levels on Manhunt has a burnt out blister in a train fucking tunnel behind a rusty fence. You can't go near it, you can't interact with it, but it's there. Other things are, apart from, I mentioned vehicles on the last Rockast, the Jugular obviously being a car that was originally in GTA 1. Apart from that, and apart from the emergency service vehicles and the taxis, there is 2, I believe, cars that have been in 12 GTA games altogether. 12 GTA games. And that is the Stallion, which is a sort of semi-muscle car, and the Banshee. The Banshee as well has also been in 12 GTA games, which I think is quite interesting. And in terms of weapons, there's only 2 weapons in the entire series that have been in every single GTA game. I'm going to open it up to you folks. Do you guys know what those weapons are?
Do we? Are you sure?
No, I'm asking you, do you? That's what I'm saying. Can you
Alright,
answer
so
the
the Uzi, the handgun,
No, there's only 2 weapons. Only 2 of them have been in every single game.
Oh, okay. So the handgun's one, yeah?
What handgun? There's quite a few.
Oh, there
1911?
isn't it. Well, there. I know it's generic weapons in GTA 1, 2, 3, all of 3, like Vice City, San Andreas, all that. Like you start with the just handgun, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a pistol or
So
something
if that,
like that.
dude,
Yeah, so
I don't
you're
know.
on the right track.
Just-
You're on the right track.
Just tell us.
The pistol, but it's more commonly known as the 9mm because obviously you've got the Colt 45 Python from
Mhm.
Vice City. Then you've got other similar handguns. So the original 9mm was in GTA 1 right through to now. It was in Advance. It was in all expansion packs, GTA London 69 and 61. It's been in every game. And the other weapon, which you wouldn't actually have thought, but the other weapon that's been in every single GTA game is the RPG. The RPG. It stayed
That
the same the whole time. Obviously not the homing launcher now, but the standard RPG you get has been exactly the same throughout every single GTA game since 1997.
Interesting.
Which is, I think, is a pretty cool little piece of,
Yeah, it's a
trivia.
cool
I'm
piece.
not really good with trivia in general, but I just think it's quite interesting. I'm trying to think. I'm racking my brains for like other stuff that I know, but like, okay, so GTA 2 was the first game to have day and night and articulated lorries or trucks, as you would call them, and working headlights and brake lights. That was the very first time they put that in there. GTA 2.
Okay.
So in GTA 1, there's no working headlights and brake lights. GTA 2 was the first time they implemented that, and day and night. As you well know, Rufus, you played GTA 2 recently.
Very recently.
You noticed the day and night cycle, etc.
I didn't, but yeah.
Oh, you didn't?
It's cool that that you did and you're mentioning it.
And the last thing that I can pull off the top of my head right now without fucking really sitting here for about 20 minutes mulling it over is GTA London 69 is the very first GTA game where they implemented a tuning system for the cars.
It is also the very first Rockstar game.
Sorry?
London is the very first Rockstar game. That question was asked in JK's stream last night, and I don't think anybody noticed me saying it.
Yeah, it's the very first one because GTA 1 and 2 were published by DMA Design.
Well,
not published, but
GTA
created.
1 was published by DMA, and then I think it's DMC. I think I fucked that up on in the chat, But yeah, like you said last time, Take-Two Interactive bought them out, turned the shit into Rockstar, and then the rest is history. Rockstar released the expansion pack for Grand Theft Auto, which is London, which is what we keep talking about. It's a completely separate disc that you have to disc swap out so that you can access those missions. Or you have a very cool disc that is very rare that has both on it. Good for you, you bastard. But yeah, so yeah, Grand Theft Auto London. That's my addition to the whole Rockstar history thing.
You know what? It's just reminded me of something actually. I have to say, I don't know if you know this, Rufus, or UG, because you guys are huge retro guys.
Yeah.
But GTA 1 was originally going to be ported to the Sega Saturn.
I believe it.
Yep, it was originally going to be ported to the Saturn. Sorry, I can't hear you.
I've heard different stories about it, but I wasn't sure if it was like 100% true.
Yeah, it ended up being scrapped because it was seen as too intensive on the console itself. But yes, it was meant to be for the Saturn.
Grand Theft Auto 2 came out on the Dreamcast, so...
Can you imagine how the universe would have changed, though, if the first Rockstar game would have been... Well, not the first Rockstar, but the first GTA would have been on a Sega console. Can you imagine how shit
Does it matter?
Yeah.
Resident Evil did. Resident Evil came out on the Sega Saturn before the PlayStation. It doesn't matter at all what platform. All these kids, man, they get on these console war bullshits, and none of it matters. Microsoft was making games before anybody was making games that were worth the shit. Fuck off if you want to hate on Xbox. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't understand this whole thing with the whole console wars thing. Like, people ask me,
silly.
"Oh, what's your favorite console?" And I just give them the simple answer: a console that plays video games.
Right.
It's not Xbox.
The one that
It's not
works.
PlayStation. It plays video games. I don't have a favorite console.
This is true. This is true. I agree with that.
I just have them
Right.
all. I just
Yeah, like I have a PlayStation and a PC, but I can't play anything. But like I said to Rufus yesterday on a call, I only played fucking Fallout New Vegas and all shit on this thing. But like there is no.
But you
like,
could.
we are in the point. We're in a point that everything is kind of merging, especially with the current gen consoles. Like again, I'm happy that SSD, the solid state drive, is now standardized, not like the mechanical discs that PS4 had. And so we're in the position that pretty much everything is going to the same route. That doesn't matter what system you have, what if it's manufactured by Microsoft,
Doesn't.
Sony, or
Yeah.
or whatever, or even by yourself if you have a PC. But it's just we're just in a point that everything is kind of the same. Sure, PC has its kind of modding things, but if
Yeah.
it comes to cloud gaming, that is gonna be pretty much it's a certain future. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna be quite the same. So
I've just sorry. I
go
didn't
ahead.
mean to interject there. I just thought of something. So for those of you who are new to the Rockcast, you won't know that currently me and Rufus are spending most of our time saying Gary Busey.
Here we go.
So, I mean, that kind of ties into a little bit of I remembered I wanted to talk about this before, but I totally forgot about it. So, in terms of, like, obviously we know Gary Busey voiced Phil Cassidy in GTA Vice City. They got someone else to do it in GTA Vice City Stories, but it was him in number 3 in Vice City. An interesting thing that you might not have noticed is he is one of only 2 people who've appeared in 4 games altogether of Rockstar, as in like made a physical appearance. So Phil Cassidy was one and Johnny Klebitz is the other. They've appeared in 4 games between them.
It sounds
So
like
Phil-
you're wasting next week's Rockcast info.
Dude, I honestly, I could sit here and talk for hours about it.
No,
The last thing I will
you
say
could. I know you could. I'm playing.
is in Vice City, Phil Cassidy's missing his left arm. In Liberty City, he's missing his right arm. That's just a random mistake that happened there. But for those of you who want to play the old games and check that out, he's missing a different arm in each game. So
interesting.
But that's me done on the Rockstar kind of retrospective history trivia kind of thing. I'm sorry I get bogged down and I waffle because it's so interesting to me. It really is. I've lived this game.
Yeah.
These games, Rockstar raised me better than my own parents did.
And in the worst possible way, but we still turned out fine, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, fuck. I shudder to think what would have happened if my mum actually raised me. I certainly wouldn't be sat here with tattoos and purple hair. You know, Rockstar made
Rockstar.
things cool to me. They introduced me into the world of the most amazing music, and I am forever and always will be a Rockstar fanboy. And if you don't like Rockstar, don't come at me with anything because I'll hit you with both barrels. Rockstar is the greatest. That's it.
Rockstar.
I'm just gonna like
putting
say
the
this
joy
before
back
we
into
move on.
joy right in.
Exactly.
We were just talking about Gary Busey just
Gary
there,
Busey.
right?
Yeah.
And the way Mike just said that he was in, he did voices like for a few video games. Did you know he was actually in the Hitman game?
Oh
no,
no,
he
shit.
wasn't.
He was in the
awesome.
Hitman game.
Oh, that's amazing. Was he the actual hitman? I'm gonna go to your mama's house and light a small fire in her panties.
If he was, I would have bought all the expansions and all that shit.
I'm fucking dead, bro.
That's amazing, dude. That's amazing.
Deceased.
All right. So, I mean, where are we at now, gentlemen? That's Rockstar retrospective over.
Yeah, so plugs for guests. We don't have any guests because everybody here is a regular occurrence. We'll have guests eventually on here, folks. We're just not there yet. Maybe I shouldn't even mention it because whatever. But fuck it. I don't care if you guys know what our loose itinerary is. But anyway, to move on, it's the only part of the podcast I'd actually want to cut out. Actually, it's funny. Plugs for guest channels, and then final thoughts, and then we outro. We're done, folks.
Okay.
We're done. Final thoughts, like anything that anybody wants to fit in.
You know me. There's no way you can stop me talking unless you hit the stop recording button.
I want to hear
could
it
talk
all,
for days.
Mike.
I could talk for days, man. This is why it's not a good idea to have a mouthy Jew on your bloody podcast.
Sure it is.
Yeah.
I want
Wait,
a
there
mouthy
won't be
Jew
one
on all of
against
them.
Jeweler and the guy with the car used by thieves against
Here he goes again.
Armenian-
He's at it again.
Armenian mafia. There you go. Wait for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Albanian mafia. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so what Red is essentially saying there is wait to see one criminal race another criminal and the other criminal be very upset when he loses. That's basically what's going to happen.
And you're going to use the can.
Plus, we all know that when it comes to the GTA races, you know, Mike is like, you know, the best magnet in the game. He's always attracted to gas stations.
No. We shall be doing the race in a place where there's no gas stations, right?
I warned him about gas stations in Call of Duty, bro. There's nothing funnier.
Maybe we should give a little context to this, just in case people who are watching or listening to this don't know. And haven't been on my
Mike
channel.
often crashes into gas stations.
No, I
during
didn't mean
races.
fill them with your propaganda. What I meant was give them the truth. Right? Kim Jong-un.
Alright, what's the truth?
The truth is I hit a gas station once and now everybody thinks I crash into them for a living. That's what the truth is.
I think they meant to
You
take...
crashed
That's
a
bullshit.
lot of them.
It may have been more than once, but we're not going to get bogged down with the numbers.
Well, you
I'm
are
still
now.
going to take credit for the whole gas station thing started because it was on my stream that whole gas station thing started.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Look at
it was.
when
And it's not just
driving.
crashing into gas stations. It's preempted by me saying, look at my supreme driving skills. And then everybody now waits for the boom. Everybody in the stream, when I'm racing and I say supreme driver, all you hear is wait for it. And it's usually followed by, damn it, man.
Oh, yeah. I remember the last GTA stream before you moved to your other home.
Yeah.
Saying, look at my screen, and you exploded like I think 5 times in that race.
It's almost like when I don't say I'm a supreme driver, I do better then, but that's never going to happen, Mr. Slowly, so don't even think about it.
Yeah, but do you ever notice, like, during, like, when we're doing, like, the playlist on Mike's streams and he just goes, look at my superior driving? Do you ever notice we all go quiet and we just wait for, fuck?
Yeah, everyone's waiting for me to fuck up. That's basically my entire life right there.
Every time you brag, you fuck up.
You know what it is? That's my whole life in a nutshell. I got these amazing brothers here who are doing the podcast with me, who I love individually, and all they are is waiting for me to fuck up again. That's family for you, folks.
Yeah. I have nothing to add to that. That's just true.
Yeah.
Even when he's in first place, we're just waiting for him to say, look at my superior driving. We're waiting for the fuck up. We're just waiting.
Yeah,
It's only a matter of time.
I could be racing on my own and that shit would still happen. I'd be sitting there quiet in a room on my own going, look at my superior driving, and then blowing up straight afterwards. This is why I don't have a driving license, dude. Do you have any idea how many times I'd be dead if I drove a car in real life? I would have been dead 1,000,000 times over. Look at my supreme driving. Oh crap, here's the cops and I've blown up. Goodbye.
Anytime I've ever driven in real life, I've had to pull over to the side of the road and fucking just like freak out about it. Like, seriously, every time. I can't.
I wouldn't wish this. I wouldn't wish this on you, Mike. You know, I love you like a brother. But if you actually did have a car, that would probably be your final words. Look at my superior driving.
Oh, it would, man. It would.
Yeah,
without a doubt. And you know what else? I would get to wherever I was going faster than anyone else, but I would also get there upside down in a big ball of flames. That's pretty much what would happen if I was driving in real life.
When I have enough money, I will basically ship my a shitty Honda Civic to you. And just
Don't you be palming that shit box off on me, Red. Not a chance.
and just basically make just go to the gas station. I think I'm just gonna personally leave the tank empty to say that just go to the gas
Yeah,
station.
but if
You
we're
would,
ever in
yeah.
the same area, if we're ever in the same area and Mike is just pulling to the gas station, I'm going to be about 5 miles away.
Oh yeah, I will run away.
Fuck, dude. Fuck, dude.
It's gotten to the stage now where Uber
I
are
could
going to
be
end
at
up
the
saying we
other
can't
end of the
pick you up.
city. I could be at the other end of the city and I just hear a loud boom and a big puff of smoke, and I'm like, oh, that's Mike anyway.
Mike is doing well.
I fucking can't.
Wow, Mike's doing awesome over there.
You know what I love the most? Red's supposed to be my fucking brother, and he's talking about palming that shit box off on me. What kind of fucking brother does that? Don't give me your fucking knockoffs. Don't give me your second-hand budget
A
car.
gift is a gift. You need to accept it.
A gift is a gift. A punch in the face could be regarded as a gift. I'd rather have that.
Well, what do you want? A fucking Rolls Royce or what? No.
No, I want your fucking shaft, you Albanian gangster.
My cheeks hurt. Oh no, you guys have hurt my cheeks. For real. Stop being so funny.
Hey.
Oh god, they hurt. They hurt for real.
It's because your beard's too heavy.
Shut up! Shalom habadi, shalom habadi, shalom, shalom, lahitreho, shalom, shalom.
Oh.
Anyway, enough of the dancing, Israeli. Thank you.
That's it, guys. Unless anybody has anything else to add, that's it. We did it. We're at an hour and 35 minutes right now.
Oh yeah, dude.
Which is about where we were at with the last one before I had to cut out an hour of it.
Now that's what I mean. I don't think there's really much that needs cutting out of this. I think
I'm not.
genuinely we've done all right.
I'm posting it. It's just getting
Fuck yeah.
posted. I love
Well,
it.
gentlemen, it's been an honor
There's
as
no point,
always.
like, there's
It
no
could've
point
been
in
live.
editing anything out.
Once it's
Yeah, this-
live, we can take callers. So,
Yeah.
like, be aware, folks. Like, if you like this, you can call in to the stream. We want you to call in to the stream. So,
Yeah.
like, things are going to be dope.
Okay, if we do that, I just have a quick question. Do I have to be civil?
No.
Thank God.
Look
Yeah.
at UG next to Roger fucking Clark. What a lucky cunt. Can we get that out? Like, what a lucky cunt. You got
You know
to
what
meet
also
that
I will say?
motherfucker.
I have to
That's
say, to
amazing.
anyone who ended up listening to this or watching it, thank you for making it this far. But also, if you have any ideas of things you'd like us to talk about on the Rockcast that's Rockstar related,
We'd
please do let us
love
know
to
in the
hear it.
comment.
We'd
Tell
love to
us.
hear it.
We're happy to take on any sort of questions and niggling things that you have in your mind. We'll happily open them up to discussion by the biggest collection of idiots known to man.
Don't bother,
Yeah.
sending us messages asking, are we just going to talk shit? Because we do that anyway.
Yeah. I mean, that's essentially what we're doing here. Yeah.
We love you
At least we're
guys.
honest about it.
Thank you so
Love you
much
too.
for tuning in. Like, the Rockcast is nothing without you guys. If it's not you guys watching, who is it? Nobody. It's people who care about Rockstar, and thank
yeah.
you so much for being part of this. We appreciate you so much. Yeah, that's what I have to say.
Got it.
All right. So, how do we end it? Somebody else outro. I'm done. I already got all wax and all.
Oh, I got it.
crybaby
I got it.
emotional.
And until next time, whatever you do, keep it. Oh no, wait, that's my thing. That's. I'm sorry. It's a force of habit now.
Shameless plug there, Mikey boy.
If you want to blast, keep it cast.
Whatever you,
Binge, but it'll do.
wherever
Yeah,
you
no.
are, star, keep it rock star.
Hell yeah! Yar!
And I'm just gonna end it the way I usually end it. Thank you, fuck you, bye.
Love you, G. I love you so much, brother. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye. Get the fuck out of here.
That's pretty
You a
spot on, right?
cunt. Huh?
I think we can pretty much finish it there. That's spot on. No, we're not finishing it with that. That's it. I'm out.
Shit. That's
He's done.
Oh my God.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. On behalf of me, UG Outlaw, the Gaming Jew, and Brother Red, we hope each and every one of you has a fantastic night.